Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to my channel. Gonna be streaming my workouts today. This is a stream of my workouts, which is what I just said. Why I need to repeat it. But doing a body transformation this year. The thing that sets my body transformation apart from others is that I'm not using any sort of supplement. So that's no protein powders, protein shakes, no protein mixes, no pre-workouts. Just trying to get all my nutrients from the food that I eat, nothing extra. I'm not opposed to supplements. I've used them in the past. I think they work great. If you like using them, great. Go for it. Do what works best for you. I do kind of want to see if it's absolutely necessary for me to take supplements to hit my current goals. So I've been taking them for a while, and I don't know if it's absolutely necessary anymore. So trying to take a year off and see how it goes. And secondary reason is that one of my kids started preschool. Preschool is expensive. Cutting out supplements saves me at least $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year, and in this economy, every little bit helps. So I'm gonna be doing leg day. Typically, I do leg day on Wednesday. I like to do it in the middle of the week. I like to get it done. But last night I was out here doing leg day, and one of my kids got bit by a wasp. So I had to stop working out and go take care of them. So that was a lot of fun. It was their first time ever being bit by a wasp, and probably the worst pain they've experienced. So that was fun, getting them through that and getting them to overcome it. So good times. And there's also the fun part of waiting to see, are they going to have a severe allergic reaction to being bit by a wasp, or are they going to be okay? Thankfully, they were okay, and after a while, they're able to shake it off. So going ahead and start with warming up. And do body weight squats. Do 3 sets of 15 of body weight squats. Just make sure everything's lined up and ready to go. Yeah, it's not fun when your kids get hurt, but I guess you get used to it. But man, when they're really in pain and you are telling them it's gonna be okay, it's not fun. And the fact that they were in so much pain is stress is it's rough because they're actually really good with pain. They take their shots like it's nothing. They handle it all. So to see them in pain, and have it displayed, you know that they're in a lot of pain, and that just sucks. So they were like, "I'm never going outside again." They've been outside since. It was an empty thread. I remember my first wasp bite. I was older, and my little brother and some friends were at a friend's house, and they found a wasp nest in the ground, but they didn't know it was. They didn't know that wasps weren't bees, and that wasps didn't make honey. So they had this great idea that they were going to take a hockey stick and shove it into this wasp nest and pull it out, and they would have honey. So they did, and all it did obviously was make the wasps mad, and they swarmed and chased us. I got bit on the back of my head, and that hurt a lot. That wasn't fun. especially since there was no payoff of honey and we all just felt stupid afterwards. Ironically, the second time I got bit by a wasp was also my brother's fault. We were out camping and he was dragging a stick behind him in the ground and accidentally this time dragged it through a wasp nest and they swarmed and came charging after us. I got bit on the arm. That was a lot of fun. Wasp bites and bee stings are always a great joy. Last time I got stung by a bee was a couple of years ago. I actually stepped on one poolside. Thankfully, I learned this really cool trick that can save you some pain and annoyance. Is that don't grab the bee stinger to pull it out because there's like another little ball of venom at the back of it. So if you grab it, you squish that and it gets more into your system. But if you take like a credit card or something and you just slide it out, you get it out without getting extra venom. Makes it a little bit easier to heal up. This is a 30 pounds. Now I'm fortunate that my kids have high pain tolerance. It's nice because they, can shake stuff off when they get hurt. The only real worry is you can't always know like how bad they are hurt, because they could just be playing tough. And then you're like, all right, like, are you really hurt bad and you're just trying to shake it off? And that's always a concern. The hard part is when they're sick. They're not very good at communicating how bad it is. Like when they bring sickness home from school, they like you do your best to understand like what they're going through and be sympathetic and empathetic and let them take it easy. But it's hard to really gauge because when they want to do something active, they can always find like the energy. So you might think it's not as bad, and then you get it, then they get you sick, and you can feel like, oh, this is not a fun sickness. This is pretty bad. They just really, really downplayed how bad it was. All right, time to move to 55 pounds. Gotta set those up real fast. Been watching the Olympic medal count. We keep trading first place with China for the most golds. I just feel bad for the Chinese guys because I imagine that pressure for them to win gold is mounting. And life is not so great in China if you disappoint the government. And if you're the reason why they don't get that gold medal they want, I feel bad for you. Even more so for those guys from North Korea. Can't imagine the pressure that they're under to perform. Especially given how much propaganda the North Koreans are fed about how superior they are than everyone else and tougher they are than the rest of the world. So. But I imagine if they lose, they're not going to tell the general public. Your average person in North Korea probably doesn't know that they're losing the Olympics. That's fun. All right, this is the 55 pounds. 55 pounds is 24.95 kilograms. So the goal is to try to make it to 4 sets of 15. We'll see how we manage. Oh man. It is so much hotter in here at night than in the daytime, or than in the morning, in the early morning. Still not as bad as a wrestling gym. I've been in some pretty hot wrestling gyms when I was a kid. And you're like dying. So much fun. Well, at least the heat will drive my heart rate up. It's always something, huh? A little added bonus. Life gives you lemons. You do leg day. Pardon me. All right. More. Ah, damn it. Dang it. All right, that's 8. Just gonna give it a minute and try again. I don't want to overplay this excuse. But I have been I have been doing a lot more like walking and running this last week. So I did some running uphill this week while carrying my kids on my shoulder. So been doing stuff with my legs. So, trying to be a lot more active. Oh. Hold on 1 second. Are you supposed to be in the kitchen? 1 second, I gotta check on my kids. Be right back. Is Bear supposed to be in the kitchen? Out of the kitchen, Bear. Or playing here, but in the little kitchen. Oh, sorry about that. One of my kids didn't eat their vegetables, so they didn't get a snack. So now they're trying to sneak into the kitchen and get a snack. They don't know that I can see them out here. Thankfully, they're not very good at sneaking yet, but they try really hard. All right, here we go. All right, that's 10. Gonna go on down to 50 pounds. That's 22.67 kilograms. I was really hoping to do better today, but like I said, you can't rob Peter to pay Paul when it comes to exercising. I can't do a bunch of running with my kids and uphill exercises without it costing me a little bit in here. But that's okay. I will acclimate and get better. Whew. Definitely a lot more sweaty at night. I need to bring a towel out here tomorrow. Try and keep the sweat from streaming in my eyes. If you are new to watching my channel, until this week I normally would stream in the morning, do all my workouts early in the morning, but with my kids' school schedule changes and just, you know, with preschool you can always be a little bit late. With other schools you can't be that late at all. It's, you're not, you know, so I have to be absolutely on time and patient in the morning, so I just can't do the working out in the morning anymore. And hopefully working out at night works. I just need my kids to behave themselves and not get too crazy. All right, 50 pounds. So that's 50 pounds is 22.67 kilograms. Oh man. Oh. So much fun. God. Timofeo says, the evening blues. How's it going, Dad? My dad made it back to the gym today. He's been sick, so, but now that he's not so sick, he's hitting it back up. All right. Again, this is the 50 pounds, 22.67 kilograms.
All right, so I do like to, my goal is doing sets of 15, and then I am supposed to go down when I can't finish a set, but I'm gonna keep going. I don't feel like dropping down weight again yet. Thank you, Tomo Fit, for the follow. Tomo, you guys get a chance. Tomo is a fun guy to watch. He likes to do his warm-ups with a weighted vest. So he's definitely a tough character. Oh, it says, I thought I was already following my dude. My bad. No worries, man. You got a lot going on. All right. Here we go. Someone's asked how's the workout going. Sorry, just a little frustrated. Not hitting the full sets of 15 that I wanted to, but it's all right. I've been pushing my kids to be a lot more active, so we've been doing a lot of more running and exercising outside. So my legs in my off time have taken more of a beating. I was we go to this park that has this really long slide, and there's like these long stone stairs you can run up. So I was playing with my kids. I throw one over my shoulder, run up the steps, put them down the slide, run back down and grab them, run back up. And they weigh around 40 and 50 pounds. So that was a lot of work, but a lot of fun. Nice way to get some exercise in at the park. It was nice because no one was at the park, so I didn't have to worry about other kids wanting to get picked up. That's always like the one thing, if you're like doing fun stuff with your kids and throwing your kids in the air, somebody else's kids is gonna want you to do it, and then you're gonna have to be like, I can't. I don't know your parents. I can't throw you in the air.
it sucks because then they look sad, and you don't want other kids to be sad, but you also don't want to deal with the awkwardness of explaining to some random parent why you're tossing their kid in the air. Or when you're like chasing your kids and tickling them, and some other buddy's kid runs up and wants to be tickled too, and you're like, I don't know you. I can't tickle random kids in the park, just mine. Timofeo, my dad, says burpees are a good way to puke. Timofeo says, seems like you've slimmed down too. Well, thank you. Trying. Said the goal is to get into that Superman suit for a Halloween and not have it look ridiculous. So I got about at least 25, 30 pounds to go. All right, this is the 40 pounds, so that's 18.14 kilograms. Someone says which game is loaded in 64? It is GoldenEye. Got GoldenEye loaded up, and Donkey Kong and the Super Nintendo. Now, the Super Nintendo is the first game system I ever owned. Nice. You know what's crazy is when I was a kid, we played GoldenEye all the time, and I didn't know until a few years ago that it's possible to have 3 people be odd job if you're playing with 4 people. And that would have solved a lot of arguments, because we always argued about who was going to be odd job. But it's possible. No one ever wanted to fight over Jaws. Yeah, that was a big mistake. Going with Jaws. And it seems so cool. Did you play GoldenEye a lot, Tama? I'm gonna try and get my kids into it. I just have to go and buy one more Nintendo 64 controller, because I only have two that work. But thankfully, I found a place nearby that has them. You can buy them offline, but they really like jack up the price online. If you go to like a video game store that has like a huge stock, like they're cheaper. All right. And I get picky. I have to have an authentic Nintendo 64 controller. I don't like having the knockoff controllers. I don't care if it's clear and comes with a turbo switch. All right. All right, that's it for tonight. I am out of time, and my dad senses are telling me that my kids are about to completely melt down. I gotta get them before that happens for the bedtime. So much easier before they melt down. Have a good night. Thank you so much, and God bless you guys. Thank you.